Welcome back to the Foundry. In this video I'm going to do a little bit of repair work on my little oil rig. And I haven't really uploaded much content on this rig, and I wanted to address that. The truth of it is I just haven't had time. For me, the oil business is a side hustle, and I've got like 4 day jobs through my business that have kept me extremely busy over the last several months. But I do intend to bring more content with the oil rig. And in fact, one of my day jobs is in the oil industry, albeit way further downstream. I contract on a job in an oil refinery. That would be some cool content, but as you can imagine, we're not allowed to have cameras in there, so that's off the table. But that job's going to wrap up here in a few months. So I'm going to take that additional time that I'll have in my schedule to get back in the oil game. And so I do intend to have some new content coming on this rig in the future. In the meantime, we're going to do a little repair work, so let's get to it. All right, so this is what we're replacing. This is what I call a hockey puck. It's the seal that the bucket comes up and docks to. It docks in that surface. Now this is a used one, and it may or may not work. I may have to actually make a new one, which would require me to order stock of this material. I think it's 3" 3 and something, I don't know. Get the material in, and then a buddy of mine's got a machine shop, and he will machine this whole piece here. But what the inventor of this rig told me was that my bucket discharge rate may not be suitable because of this existing puck is worn out. They'll wear grooves right through here and right around there, and then they'll leak air. If it leaks too much air, it won't discharge the bucket. So it sits in this saddle, and my original one's still in there. It bolts here and then on the other side, and the puck is up in there. So I'm going to take these bolts out, thread the rope back up through it, and take that thing off, and then we can compare notes with the puck I got and see which one's better. I've actually got a couple of different ones here. So to get me by, I'm going to see if one of them is better than the one I got on the rig. If it is, I'll go ahead and put it on there for now while I order the material to build me a few new ones, and then I'll have them on the shelf. As they wear out, I'll be able to use those. So this thing's nasty, as you can tell, crude oil. That's why I have these. These gloves are great for this kind of stuff. They come up to your shoulder. It's gonna save my shirt, hopefully. These are the gloves veterinarians use to violate farm animals. And they're perfect for working on oil rigs, so I'm gonna use them. Take and thread this rope out from under here. Like so. Then it's just a matter of dropping these 2 bolts and unhooking an air line. They're not actually the best gloves to work in. You get fumbly fingers because they're so baggy. But if they keep all this nasty oil off of me, I'm fine with it. That thing I thought would just pop off of there. Yeah. So, ooh, yeah, that's an old unit right there. So I'm not even gonna unhook my oil line. I think I can just drop it in the oil. That's the best course of action apparently. Oh, it's a quick connect. Fantastic. Fantastic. You got a quick connect on there to the air hose. So this puck, oh yeah, this one's destroyed. Wow. I don't know if you can tell, but you see that ring war around it? That's pretty significant wear because that changes your angle. This thing has to seal around this top ring, the small one, and then it's got to seal down here at the bigger part. And if the top one is worn, it throws off the angle of your bigger part of your seal, and the bucket won't seal. So I'm going to get this out cleaned up at the bench and push this puck out that way and compare it to the others I've got and see if I have one that's in better shape. So we got her over here at the bench. You can see that this rubber has swollen. It's very old. I've got this diaper. I call these diapers absorbent pads, whatever you want to call them. They work really good with oil. I'm going to get it cleaned up to where I can pop this puck out of this housing. All right, I got it over here at the press. I'm fixing to press this old puck out. I've already got it rigged up here. It's coming out really easy. Yeah, it's going to fight me out all the way. So I need to that'll work right there. Drop this in there. Let's see if we got enough room. Come on, back up. So close. So close. Let's just talk about how close that is. All right. Thing ought to just fall out. That ought to be it. Oh yeah, that's it. All right, so here's the old housing, and this is a different one that I have. There's two generations of these, and one smaller than the other. So with the variety of pucks that I have, I need to see, this is the best puck of all the ones that I've got. It's got a little damage right there, but it's really not bad. I think this would be a good one. It won't really fit in this one. It's like a weenie down a hallway. It's got to be a tight enough fit to where it seals with air pressure around here. Now when the bucket comes up and docks, it will mash it out to help it seal. But this is too big for this. So let's see what we got here. Oh yeah. Yeah, that'll press in there. So I think what I'm going to do is use my existing housing with this puck, and that should get me on the road, really. I'm going to clean that up. That's supposed to be a hole right there. That's how your air pressure gets through this thing. So I'm going to clean that up with a drill bit, and I'm going to clean this out so it seals better. And then we'll take the press and we'll press this thing. It goes in this way. We'll press this thing in there. Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That'll be a good pressed fit. And this is gonna seal. This is gonna work. We got some pitting here, but I think the puck is soft enough to accommodate for a little bit of pitting. So I'm going to press that new puck in, and I think we're golden. I think we're good to go. So the new puck's in. I didn't even have to press it. It was a good tight fit, but I put a little grease on it, used my drifter, and it went right in. So it's ready to go back in. This gasket, or this seal, is in much better shape than the one that came out of it. It doesn't have any rope burn around this hole. It's got this one little scar right here. That's really not too bad. I think this is an elastomer. I think it's got enough give to it that when that bucket docks and it mashes up in there, it's going to seal good enough. I mean, it's certainly going to seal way better than the old one, and we were still producing with the old puck. So I think this is going to work out just fine. And that's it. I got her bolted back on. There's some alignment that has to be done to make sure your rope doesn't drag that puck and wear a groove in the side of it. So did that, got the rope threaded up here. So when I transport this thing, I move this whole arm assembly that this pulley is on over to one side, because that is a sensor and I don't need this thing banging around on there. You know, it had that spring under there, but it will, it could potentially damage that sensor. So I just move it over. Plus it gives you access to the port, so you can feed your bucket down into the well, which is the first thing you got to do when you get on a job. So you just unscrew that cap. That cap just keeps oil and crap from sloshing out of there while you're going down the road, basically. And the bucket's up there in the sunlight, and there's a roller right down there. It's like a track roller thing. You set it in here, and that's how you feed your bucket down into the well. Then you hook up your rope, and then you answer your phone. Well, I think that ought to do it for this little day in the life video. Nothing too exciting, but if you did find it mildly amusing or moderately entertaining, do me a favor, take the like button and wring its neck for me. See you in the next one.